Because this was just, so I mean, were you on board chemo for the transit home from the Med?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were, so
Yeah,
you know this
I
story.
flew back after I got hit by a mooring line.
Okay, so
I
this
flew back and picked up
this
the
is
boat
the-
again. They even asked me if I wanted to go back.
This is the Patrick W. Dunn, Lieutenant SQ story. Do you remember that one? You did?
I remember Dunn.
Okay, so yeah, and Cruciato, yeah. So Patrick W. Dunn was our XO, and Joe Cruciato was our CO, and they were both tough, right? So one night we're coming home from the Med, we're at 565 feet, and we're doing flank, whatever, and I hear, "Rip!" And that's "Rip!" That's 2JV, right, for maneuvering. Control, chief of the watch. That's Lieutenant SQ, he's in maneuvering, he's the EOW. And if anyone doesn't know, on a 688 class, there's no bathroom in the interim. What do you need, Lieutenant? Well, Chief, can you send the messenger down to the wardroom and see if the messenger can find a qualified relief for me, because I gotta take a dump. Okay, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So messenger, about laying down in the wardroom and see if you can find a qualified relief for the officer of deck. And XO, who's in control room, says, "Chief of the watch, belay that order. Because I want you to have the messenger lay down to the chief's quarters and wake the doc, and have the doc lay after maneuvering to see if Lieutenant Esky really has to take a shit." So okay. So I send the messenger down to the chief's quarters, and the messenger like, Doc, Chief Santamara sent me down here, and he says you need to get up and go back to maneuvering to check the EOW to see if he's got to take a shit. And you can imagine what the doc's response is, right? The doc's like, "You go back up and you tell Chief Santamara that if he keeps messing with me, I'm going to come up and I'm going to rip off his head, and I'm going to do all those things that you heard about." So he comes back up to control. You remember the story? No? Okay. So he comes back up to control and says, "Chief, Doc doesn't believe me." I said, "What do I tell him?" He said, "Go back and tell him this is a no-shitter." Right? So off goes the messenger back down to the chief's quarters. "Doc, God, yeah, right?" He gets up out of his bunk. He comes running up to control, comes in the back end of control by the radar back there, right? In his socks and his underwear, and he's screaming, and he runs right into the XO, because the XO's sitting there by the chart table, and the XO's like, "Doc, it's not an emergency. Just go get dressed and go back to the engine room and check Lieutenant Eskew to see if he's got to take a shit." And I'm back there going, "This is real. This was real." So that's my sea story. Now, I don't know if he actually, I got a call a few minutes later from maneuvering, and it was the doc saying that, in fact, he verified that Lieutenant Eskew had to use the facilities. And I was like, "Well, how did you do that?" And I still, to today, I have no idea how to verify.
Ignorant.